Auch den Caller dieser ersten Partie heißen wir recht herzlich willkommen, George Noble. Über das gesamte Wochenende hinweg wird die Distanz gespielt, Best of 11 Legs. Man braucht also 6 Legs, um in die zweite Runde einzuziehen.
First leg, Kirk to throw first. Game on. $100. $100. 99. $60. 66. 100. 60. 125. 94. Richie require 116. 76. Kirk require 82. 46. Richie require 40. Game shot in the first leg, Richie corner. Second leg, Richie to throw first. Game on. $180. $134. $190. 134. Richie record 141. $26. $97. Richie require 115. Game shot in the second leg. Richie corner. Third leg Kirk to throw fast. $47. $100. $80. $81. $100. $100. $100. $135. $96. Richie require 85. $29. Kirk requires 78. $53. Richie require 56.
Well, he's hit tops already today, so tops is the destination once again. Tensley wants for a 3-0 lead. Tensley gets for a 3-0 lead.
Richie corner.
And already Richie corner is halfway there. Kirk Shepherd yet to register on the ball.
Full flag Richie to throw first. Game on.
And a bit of a rueful look from Kirk Shepherd.
Well, he'd be frustrated because Richie corner's broken him twice, but they've both been 18 dart legs to break.
$47.
Yeah, some big names as far as the locals are concerned didn't come through qualifying last night as well. We had the host nation qualifier and the South and West European qualifiers as well. That's another new format for 2017, the revised qualification format. But Max Hopp, the German #1, losing 6-1 to Stefan Stoiker last night as Shepherd rattles in a 180, his first of the match. That might just settle him down. He needs something here, Shepherd, just to settle him down and give himself a bit of a platform.
43.
He's not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. 2 breaks down is a problem, but it's not an insurmountable one for him.
Certainly not, and he's one of those players who, when it clicks, it starts to carry on for periods. He beat Steve West and Dennis Smith in qualifying, so again, 2 players that you probably wouldn't expect him to beat.
West especially had a good time of it in Europe last year. Played really well in Hildesheim in October. Did Steve West.
Still
60.
only 30 years old, Kirk
24.
Shepherd. 21 when he reached a World Championship final.
It is astonishing, that.
What a finish that is from Richie corner. Unstoppable start from the Yorkshireman. 124 checkout on the bullseye. Kirk Shepherd needs to find something. Well, what can he do against that?
99.
Well, he needs to find 6 legs first and foremost, but he can't even find one at the moment. And Richie Corner really catching the eye so far today.
140.
Just overheard him say last night that he was glad he'd received an early draw today, or an early appearance on stage. He's
58.
obviously not a player who likes to hang around too long waiting in the wings, but if he can get the job done here, or if any early winners can get the job done here, they can then go home, back to the hotel, put the feet up, relax a little bit, put in the practice hours and
60.
Get ready for tomorrow. The format, as always, we have the unseeded players in the first round. The 16 seeds join the party tomorrow for the last 32. And then Sunday we have the marathon, third round quarterfinals, semis and the final itself.
Yeah, there are a few rule changes this year, which we will go more into detail when it gets to that
60.
point. But for instance, that the seeded players who don't win their second round game will not have that money added to the order of merit this year. An interesting development.
But let's stress, they do get the check.
Yeah.
Or the transfer, I suppose it is nowadays.
Well, I'd hope so anyway. Yeah, but maybe a bit of added pressure for those seeds in that situation. Now here comes Corner again.
190.
Well, he's threatening another break here. Shepherd is not on a finish, and Corner's down to 61. He's finding that 180. Well, the treble 20 bed with alarming regularity already. He's really settled, and he's at the moment cruising towards the finish line here. 41 left. Double 14 then. Well, that's a long way off.
33.
And I think he's miscalculated that.
Kirk require 91.
And when he turns around and looks at the scoreboard, I think he'll realise what he's done. I was convinced he was going to go one tops, actually, when he was... Anyway, it happens. Shepherd has did have a lifeline there, but didn't take the advantage and
28.
Didn't make the most of it. So now it's double 14, Richie. Anxious times here for Corner.
No score.
Well, has he put himself off with the miscount?
I think so. Shepherd here has to gobble this up. That's a good couple of centimetres north. That's a couple of centimetres south. Double 10.
30.
Well, Corner may well break,
28.
as he said before. 18 dart legs on the 2 previous occasions.
Well, this is the Suljevic that he's looking for, the favourite finish of the Gentle, but it's not the favourite finish of the Gent. But he does pin the double 7, last start in hand, and races into a 5-0 lead.
21 dart break of throw as well. That's pretty inexcusable, really.
Well, that's the story of the game, really, isn't it? Breaks of throw that have just been too easy for Richie Corner.
Yeah. Shepherd looks a beaten man here. But we have seen it, where players seem to be cruising towards the finish line. They suddenly have a wobble. 5-0 can become 5-2 and 5-3, and all of a sudden the whole emphasis changes. But Shepherd really needs to get going here. That's more like it.
140.
Well, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, Rob.
Indeed it does, Chris. Never a truer word said.
However, you'd be a brave man to put a pound on Kirk Shepherd right now.
$100.
Corner did show signs at the end of that previous leg. A miscount to start with, and then a string of misstarts at double. But he could potentially get a touch of the old finish line fever.
Well, he's got a bit of a cushion here on the Corner throw. And Corner is not eating into this deficit at all here.
30. Kirk 161.
Very animated at the Oki is Richie Corner when he retrieves his darts, whether it's a successful visit or not.
129.
Well, this might be too little too late for Kirk Shepherd. He's showing signs of life here. There's a bit of a pulse, but we shall see where it takes him.
Yeah, he's woken up.
$140. Kirk requires 32.
So double 16 to get a leg on the board, avoid a whitewash.
Aim short,
And he gets
sixth
it.
flag, Kirk Shepherd.
Well,
Seventh flag, Kirk to throw fast.
spoke about that
Game
first step. Can he start to plant the seeds of doubt in his opponent's mind?
15 dart break for Shepherd. Needs to get out of the blocks quickly here.
123.
Well, since regaining his tour card, he's had a couple of moments on the tour. He made the last 32 of the UK Open to Kirk Shepherd. He reached the last 16 of the first UK Open qualifier as well. So he's managed to trouser a little over £5,000 already this year. Plus whatever he makes here, it may only be a grand.
100.
One of those players that uses quite bulbous barrels, Kirk Shepherd. It's quite rare now to see that.
91.
You do wonder how much more difficult it could make it to fill up the treble beds.
Yeah.
Then again, Phil Taylor's used some big old darts in his time, hasn't he?
40.
And it's never been a problem for the power now. Shepherd looking for the biggest finish of the lot. Not going to happen, but in pole position to take this seventh leg.
60.
Yeah, just losing his way here slightly, but that's a good recovery from the corner.
110.
Gets him down to a finish of 144. Might not get the opportunity. Let's see what happens here.
Game shot to
beautiful
the
check out.
seventh flag, Kirk Shepherd. Eighth flag, Richie to throw first.
And as we almost hinted at, just giving himself a few signs of encouragement here. 5-love becomes 5-2. 5-0, sorry. I always do.
100.
Yeah, corner came out flying. You said, Rob, that he said that he wanted an early match. Well, he would be wishing it was a first to 5 game. He did come racing out of the blocks.
$60.
And whereas once he was finding that treble 20 bed fairly consistently, not the case here.
Well, leg 2, he threatened a 9-dart finish and took out
125.
115.
And that's just pitched awkwardly as well, so he's heading
59.
to the 19 bed instead, but again, not to any great avail.
Well, you would think that he'd get match
92.
darts from this point, at some point. He might not, but you'd think he would.
You'd think he would.
$81. $140.
Totally different player now, Kirk.
The Karate Kid is fighting back
140. 46.
for another break of throw. And to really apply the pressure. 88, steps across, trying to find a clear route to the target.
30.
That could well be that.
Richie, you require 61.
Very little margin for error for Kirk Shepherd here. He's hit the flat ball. So double 4 for the match. And double 4 is taken out.
And the match, Richie corner.
Well, he got there in the end. Just a little scare from Kirk Shepherd as he reeled off back-to-back legs late on. A 15 dart break and a 110 checkout catching the eye for the former World Championship finalist. But by then the damage had been done. Richie Corner racing into a 5-0 lead and finishing things off with a checkout of 61. He goes through to face the defending champion Alan Morris in the second round tomorrow. On the way, more darts for you. Ryan Meikle, the 20-year-old from Ipswich, up against Paul Harvey. That's on the way in about 2 or 3 minutes.
Richie, congratulations. There was a good start in the tournament. 6 perfect darts, a 6-2. Happy with the game?
Got a bit nervous.
Really?
A bit nervous, yes.
Are you used to play on stages like that?
No, this is the second time.
So what's the reason why were you that strong? You felt comfortable. That was my impression.
Experience, I think. You know, the age. You know, the old man with the beard.
Alan Norris is waiting. He won the tournament last time.
Yeah.
That's the next step.
I played him in Hamburg, and he beat me in Hamburg 6-5. So it's my turn.
Okay. Looking for that. Thank you very much. Richie Corner.